Far beyond the tallest redwoods of the enchanted Pacific forests, hidden between the whispering winds of Oregon's cliffs and the sparkling streams of Yosemite's valleys, there was a secret place called Evergrove, a glowing land made entirely of fairies. Evergrove was ruled not by queens or kings, but by the light and harmony of the moon blossom tree, a giant glowing tree that pulsed with magic, kept alive by the dreams and kindness of the fairies who lived beneath its branches. Among them lived a small but bright-winged fairy named Cinderella. Now, don't mistake her for any human tale. This Cinderella had never worn glass slippers or swept fireplaces. She was born from a silver dewdrop on a California poppy. Her wings shimmered like sunlight on ocean waves, and she had a gift. She could hear wishes carried on the wind. While most fairies danced in moonlight or painted petals at dawn, Cinderella would sit on the edge of Mount Shasta's breeze and listen. She'd catch whispers from baby owls, lost fireflies, and lonely little wind spirits who had no home. But one evening, something changed. As the fairies gathered for the Starlight Festival, the moon blossom tree flickered, then dimmed. Its blue-white glow faded until only the faintest pulse remained. Gasps spread through the forest. "Without the tree," said Elder Fernleaf, an ancient mossy-winged fairy, "Evergrove's magic will fade. The fog will lose its shimmer, the pine needles won't hum, and our wings may never fly again." A hush fell. "But why?" whispered a blossom fairy named Petaline. "The tree blooms only when wish magic flows freely," Fernleaf explained, "and the winds are too quiet now." All eyes turned to Cinderella. "You hear the wishes," said a river fairy named Glimmer. "You always have." Cinderella nodded slowly. "Yes, but lately I've heard nothing. It's like the world has stopped dreaming." That night, as the fairies lit lanterns and wept gentle raindrop tears, Cinderella set off, alone, into the deepest part of the forest, the Whispering Hollow, where old wishes sometimes go to sleep. She flew through fog and fir trees, past thunderbird nests and sleeping raccoons. Finally, she reached the heart of the hollow. There, in a patch of moonlight, lay something strange, a cracked bottle made of wind glass. Inside, it glowed a faded wish, pale, tired, and cold. Cinderella gently touched it. A tiny voice whispered, "I wish the fairies never stopped believing in me." Her heart ached. This wasn't a forest creature's wish. It was a forgotten fairy's. Suddenly, memories rushed in of a fairy who'd once lived in Evergrove but had flown too far, felt too small, and thought no one needed her dreams anymore. A fairy who stopped wishing and made others stop too. That fairy was Cinderella. She gasped. The tree dimmed, not because others had stopped believing, but because she had. She had listened to so many wishes, she forgot to make her own. So she took a deep breath and whispered into the wind glass bottle, "I wish for hope, for dreams, for Evergrove to shine again. The bottle glowed bright, brighter than any star, and with the rush of wind, the wish flew back through the trees, over the waterfalls, and into the roots of the moonblossom tree. With a roar of light, the tree bloomed again. Its glow spread across Evergrove, turning pine cones into lanterns and raindrops into twinkling bells. The fairies awoke, cheering and dancing, their wings sparkling once more. And Cinderella? She returned, not just as the fairy who heard wishes, but as the one who remembered how to make them. Every year since, on the night of the first wind, the fairies of Evergrove gather to share not just the world's wishes, but their own. Because even the smallest fairy, especially one named Cinderella, can light up the whole forest if she dares to dream again.